Yeah, cognitive zoologist Matthias Osvath cannot wrap his head around why the Furuvik Zoo fatally shot 4 of Sweden's beloved chimpanzees.
Probably because they wouldn't shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I mean, they were yipping and yapping.
Heard those things?
They're fucking loud.
Jesus Christ.
Linda Santino Torsten, which is well, I didn't even notice that. Sidebar, my brother and I did a job for a man named Torsten once, and I was like, what? What's your name? But apparently that's a real name. And Manda...
Go back to Scandinavia, you freak.
broke out of their enclosure last Wednesday and were on the loose inside the zoo's monkey house. Furuvik Zoo was closed to the public and temperatures were around blah, blah, blah. Along with the chimps, there were other apes, reptiles, and animals in the cold building waiting for zoo.
Man, I don't think you can blah, blah, blah minus 15 degrees.
Yeah, I'm sure that's
cold.
Celsius.
You yada, yada, yada right over minus 15.
Oh, wait, no, that's got to be
crazy.
Fahrenheit. I was a bit shocked because it seems so surreal, Osvath told It Happens host Nick Coxall. I could not understand why that would be necessary, or if there was something extremely unfortunate that had happened. Now, I don't need to go on with this because we're going to show what happens. Now,
why did they kill them?
Well, I'm gonna just go into that right now because does anyone remember a little story about a chimpanzee whose owner was giving it psychiatric drugs and probably banging it? Oh. And then their friend came over.
Curious George joins the Manson family?
Yeah, it was. I think his name was Travis. And then one of her friends came by, and the chimpanzee proceeded to rip her entire face off, bite both of her hands off.
Oh, sure, I remember that. That's a classic.
Yes, and her name was Carla Nash, the friend's name was, right?
Classic tale of woe and chimps.
And does anyone remember... now, let me just say this. Carla Nash received a face transplant.
Yeah.
Back then.
Which is tough to convince somebody to be a donor for that.
Yes. Like, I guess.
Right. Yeah.
I guess I'm not using it.
Yeah. I am a compassionate soul.
Yeah.
I do have 2.
Now, speaking of Carla Nash, she is back in the hospital for facial transplant rejection. Oh, now that is... But this is all getting to a point.
They should make a chimp donate its face.
Yes.
I mean, that would be the only...
Let's just put that up there.
Poetic justice here.
Now, she lost her face, eyes, hands, and other
because
body
chimps
parts.
are crazy. That's what they do, right? They and it's a strategic thing where it's like they will go after their enemies. You know, they'll gnaw their fingers off.
They're insane.
They attack every part of you. They'll attack your genitals so you can never reproduce again.
Yeah.
They'll attack everything. Everything that immobilizes and fucking debilitates you, and they'll do it in a flash.
It's insane. They're fucking insanely strong. And now here's another one. Does everyone remember this chimp? An American animal lover.
That lady's face popped back off?
It's rejecting her. Her body's rejecting her new face. And then this one. An American animal lover's face was torn off in a savage attack by 2 chimpanzees as he delivered a birthday cake to his 2 former chimp pets of 30 years.
So basically he went back to... He had a chimp, then he had to give it to like a
wildlife rescue because he couldn't... and then
now he goes back to bring it a cake.
A birthday cake on its 30th or whatever birthday, and then 2 other chimps get out and go, hey, you didn't bring me any fucking cake, and proceed to bite off his genitals.
Wait, let's hear what all they did to him. Yeah, what did they do? They attacked Mr. Davis right there, who received substantial injuries to his face, abdomen, and upper body. It was a very bloody attack indeed. He went extensive operations, including reconstructive surgery to reattach parts of his face torn off in the attack.
His foot and testicles were also mauled.
Of course. Well, would it be a true chimp mauling?
It wouldn't.
Without
it really wouldn't.
Genitals being removed.
No, of course not. No,
they are like the Jack the Ripper of fucking primates.
They're fucking insane. So now we've all heard of those 2 cases, right? But now let's just take a look at...
Hey, that looks like a friendly chimp.
I know, it would. Now, here...
Oh, my God.
Now, this is this was Carla Nash when she had gotten her face mauled. This was her. Now, we already heard of her.
So, in other words, this is much ado about nothing.
Yes, exactly. So,
I mean...
dismiss that, okay, or don't. That was Travis that did it. Then we had, obviously, this man who we just read about, St. James Davis, who had his face ripped off as well and his genitals mauled.
That's him.
Of course.
Now he's a no-nose.
Hey, we've got Dunia Subamna, who was also facially torn by a chimp. Then we have, let's see, Andrew Oberil, who was also fucking set upon by chimps at a South African zoo, who fucking ripped his face off.
Are these all stories of escaped and ornery chimps, basically? Like,
yeah, the pair managed to pull him 30 meters before unleashing a savage attack, mauling his body from head to toe. Andrew lost part of his scalp, both ears, his nose, most of his fingers, and part of his feet.
None of these people were like taunting the chimps or fucking throwing shit at them, or
then this I like how
cute-looking
guy,
when like a tiger will kill somebody or chimps will rip somebody apart because they were like throwing a can at them. It's like,
well, you shouldn't have done that.
How about they, maybe they slap them around for a minute, but like,
it ain't that big of a deal.
Yeah, you can't support fucking murder for.
I tried to throw an orange to this guy, and
exactly. Yeah. I looked at him for too long. And
there's this one. There's in Uganda. Now, my point being. Hey, that's why they fucking shot them, okay? Because you can't just have chimps running around loose.
Yeah.
Because they'll just fucking attack you and rip your face and genitals off. Now, we get to the real crux of my fucking dismay. Chimps... Now, this article, now this is going to seem funny on its face because it says chimpanzees have not entered the Stone Age, right? Now, this is a phys.org article.
I can already tell this is going to be some kind of chimpanzee apologist.
This is exactly. Like, don't seem to have been able to spontaneously make or use sharp stone tools, even when they have all the materials and incentive to do so. Blah, 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 blah. Now, watch when we scroll down here on the same site. Related stories. Chimpanzees can learn how to use tools without observing others. Chimpanzees unite against a common enemy.
Oh, no.
Captive chimpanzees spontaneously use tools to... Hey, dude, stop apologizing for chimps.
Yeah.
They're deadly devils, and they're entering the Stone Age, and they're going to have sharp tools soon, and we need to address this.
And I think it might be time for them to go the way of the Neanderthal.
Yeah.
And
that's my point. So what do you think about this, Vinny?
Well, I think as the preeminent primate, in our realm at this time.
Sure.
We didn't get here by playing nice. I'll tell you that right now.
We definitely did not.
Going back through the archaeological record, you will find many points of evidence that suggest that as Homo sapiens distinguished themselves from other strains of
primates
of homogeneous is a word, and
go you do it. Come on, pull it out, Neil deGrasse Tyson.
As they distinguish themselves from from other bipedal walking creatures on the face of this great planet,
which would be ripped off if they could. They would rip the face off this planet if they could. Believe me.
As we fought for our place of dominance, it's come to light, especially in recent years, that we probably participated in the extinction of several other primates.
Bipeds and Homo erectus.
Now, I'm all for progress, okay? But there is an aspect of traditionalist thinking on this matter that may be worth considering. Tom. Yes. Well, if another primate becomes a serious threat, I don't think that environmentalism should get in the way of addressing
of decimation
of right now,
either total subjugation or annihilation. That's our only two choices.
This is the Chimps. This is the Taliban 1979. It's time to nip it in the bud.
Well, no. Like, if that's the case, we'll fund them for a while.
That's what I mean. That's what's going to end up happening. Biden is about to send them 75 Toyotas right now and get them started.
Yeah.
And pretty soon they're going to be in the airports. People are going to be afraid. Oh my God! Don't fucking profile the chimp. It's going to be like, and he'll throw a big fucking fit. We'll have the ACLU out here. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. There will be a whole contingent of human activism that goes over that they need their rights and where are the. Now, first of all, this is another question. What if they get into the Stone Age and become self-aware? They're already self-aware, but what if suddenly we see them like becoming like, hey, where do they live? Do we house them?
I know.
Do we give them a fucking country? What's happening?
Yeah, I mean, they're entering.
What do we do?
Yeah, especially
because we're gonna have to, or they'll rip our genitals off.
What if they start demanding equal rights?
Yes.
I mean, what the fuck?
Well, they don't. They won't even have to. Someone else will do it for them because we already have this.
You've seen Congo.
Wait, now I'm starting to look like I'm fucking talking about some other shit.
No. Listen, you know the movie Congo. You remember that?
Of course.
Like a trained team of ex-military and mercenaries and everybody. Like you got fucking giant gorillas swinging around and just utilizing the full
imagine it's
breadth
gorillas
of their
too.
skill to evade. Like you can't shoot that. It's hard enough to shoot people running away at a parade or something.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And it's like you can't can't just expect to be shooting full-blown chimps coming at you in an
army of fucking chimps and gorillas,
dude,
and orangutans.
If they organize,
orangutans seem lazier.
Now, what does it mean that they're entering the Stone Age? Because I feel like
they're beginning to start to be able to use crude tools, like sharpened tools, to excavate ground and to cut things.
Yeah.
In fact, there's a famous, pretty famous picture.
No, it doesn't mean that they're like building houses.
Not yet.
Because that's what I pictured at first.
But there is a pretty famous, I don't know if you've ever seen that picture. I could bring it up, I suppose.
Like the Stone Age.
Of an orangutan that is spearfishing.
Okay. Yeah, see, I thought I had seen stuff like this years ago where they might use like a stick to get bugs out of something or whatever, and they were saying, wow, this is actually like back in the Jane Goodall days.
Yes.
I think she was one of the people trying to prove that they were like a little bit smarter, a little bit more adept to their environments, and the common knowledge was like, no, they can't use tools, they can't do that. I think this has probably been going on a while, but mainstream science is always slow to admit like we were talking about, they're always slow to admit their assumptions may have been a little off,
Yeah, but I mean, I didn't like how, that's what I'm doing. I didn't like how that article dismissed it out of pocket and then had other related articles saying that they are doing it.
That's the wild west of the internet, baby. That's how it is.
Now, here's an odd picture that we can take a look at.
It looks awesome.
I know, but that's an orangutan.
I feel like I have done that actually when I was younger, I think.
Here's an orangutan spearfishing, allegedly. Now, what do we think?
I mean, it looks like it to me.
Yes. What else the fuck is he doing?
Now, here's the thing, too.
Just playing around?
What's scary about this is I feel like their brains might be evolving relatively faster than ours did, because if I'm to believe the illustrations that I've seen in museums and history books, we were way further along on the physical evolution by the time we started figuring shit like this out.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think we were nearly as monkey-like anymore.
I don't think
so. If they're getting this together and they're still this monkey-like, what if they don't lose their bone density?
Oh my God.
And what if they don't lose their fucking
their immense
their tensile strength?
Their fast twitch muscle that can just rip. Now, I just thought of something. What if AI becomes self-aware and says, "Hey, that's how we get rid of the humans. We just give the apes a little tap on the shoulder and say, hey,
Somebody said that. Connie said in the chat, great, chimps, AI, and our leaders were fucked. But no, that's the thing. And it does tie into that whole AI conversation about, like, what is consciousness? Because...
yeah, what is consciousness?
There are going to be people that are going to make, just because it's fun to do as some kind of fucking thing that pisses everyone off, it's just going to be people going like, well, dude, if they've entered the Stone Age, like, it's time that they receive some rights, you know? And whatever. Well, okay, I guess that's not a new idea. You probably aren't supposed to just go fucking killing chimps anyways.
Yeah, but I mean, the evidence that I just presented would say something different.
I guess it's time to repeal the Great Chimp Act of 1982, where we used to just be able to treat them how they deserved, And dude, this could be a big one.
It's concerning, and we're going to keep an eye on it. Because, I don't know where this goes, but I have a feeling it's nowhere good.
It is funny how the environmental communities will deny a threat. And I'm not even joking.
Oh, I know.
I've seen this in marine biology years ago.
Everyone's behind us, by the way.
Good. Okay, yeah. We'll check out some of these comments in a minute. But I've actually seen this with sharks before, where marine biologists will literally unabashedly and unashamed just downplay the risk of shark attack in a certain area.
Meanwhile,
because they don't want, because it leads to things like in Australia, they started doing a thing with great whites where they would they would chum the waters and just shoot them when they came swimming up. They do it like 20 miles out or whatever, and
they almost
kill all out there and fucking kill like millions of sharks because there were so many attacks and it was getting so crazy. But still, whose side are you on?
Yeah,
you know what
humans
I mean?
or sharks? Like that's the thing. And this is another thing: is a lot of people are like, they think that humans have been responsible for like the bulk of extinction. That is so not true.
No, it's sharks.
It's insane. Yeah, sharks and chimps.
Right, yeah.
The data's in.
You think we can kill like them?
Yeah.
Wait till the chimps get a hold of Roundup.
Yeah, or
they start a chimp Monsanto and fucking boy, that thing's gonna be brutal. Yeah.
Yeah, chimp law, down with the chimps. Exactly. I'll keep a monocle on it. That's for sure. Andrew says, thank you.
Okay, good.
Now, earlier in the chat, I saw that Eric Becker said this is exactly what assault rifles are for: fending off chimp attacks.
Exactly.
And exactly.
I'm serious.
I know.
I've seen some videos of people being attacked by like a large group of hogs, actually, and the
assault rifle is what you need.
The title of the video, or the caption was like, "What could you possibly need a 30-round magazine for?" Like, well,
I think I've seen that actually.
Attacked by 30 hogs right now, so
that a fucking pistol's not gonna, it's just gonna piss them off.
Might come in handy. Yeah,
bones are so fucking thick.
I mean, I also have a Swiss Army knife, but I don't know what that's gonna do.
Happy the elephant. What's this?